Hello friends, we are back in Ipanema in one of the chicest streets here called Anibal de Mendoza. In a previous video we already saw the main shopping street, Visconde de Piraja. As you would notice, there are businesses on this side street as well. But I'm going to take you to the residential side to see how people live here, okay? And the further you move away from the main street, the more residential it becomes. Already we see apartments. There. I always found it strange that there are so many apartments in this wonderful climate that do not have balconies. I guess it was a time they were built, and also some of the balconies have been closed off to make more room inside. This is where you get bed clothing and general clothing for your home, but expensive. This will be expensive. There we are. Okay, this is the first street, Baron da Torre. We're gonna enter this for now. It's the first street away from that runs parallel to the main street, Visconde de Piraja. And well, I'm gonna show you some residential, and then we're gonna hit another parallel street, that one street up away from Visconde de Piraja. Look at that. Now keep in mind, if these are apartments with one apartment per floor, you're gonna pay a hell of a lot of administrative fees every month. Service charge, the so-called service charge. You have the mix of modern with the old. You got little buildings like this, very charming. I would say that probably has an elevator, but I would check. And you have the modern buildings. Keep in mind that living in a street like this, within minutes you're in the embrace of Visconde Piraja's trade, supermarkets, boutiques, restaurants, and so on. And as you can see, some commercial properties here inside the residential street, which is nice as well. Gives them that little bit of privacy, I believe, rather than having 10 restaurants next to each other with pharmacies and so on. It's a beautiful one. Traditional, beautiful. And next to it, modern. I would say, personally speaking, they both have their appeals. The decisive factor would be how you feel inside, and whether the inside is good for you, and of course whether you have the money. This is some of the buildings in any part of Rio. The residential buildings would be further back from the main road, that's good too. Gives you more space, privacy inside. And look, this is Baron de Torre. In the previous video we went to Plaza Nuestra Señora da Paz, And that square where the second metro is, this road will take you there as well, okay, this street. So you'll be on the other side of the street to Visconti de Piraja. Now we're gonna move inwards, and I'll show you another street. They're kind of similar, yeah, to be honest. We are in Rua Garcia Davila. Again, if you have the money and you're looking for property in Ipanema, this is the region of Ipanema I would highly recommend, okay? Look at that, nice bakery, restaurant. It's charming in the evenings. It's hey ladies, it's a boutique for you. And men who want to buy present for your ladies, you can find a lot of things here. Just get their sizes right, okay? I've been through that one as well, disaster. You buy something and it doesn't fit. This is more of a traditional, standard type of bar here. Okay, Rua Redentor. Reference to the Jesus Christ statue on the mountain, Corcovado Mountain. I don't think I'll bother with that one because, to be honest, I want to give you a feel of living here, okay? As much as I can. I'm learning along the way, but I live here, so tourist spots, you could find 1,000 videos on those on the internet. I highly recommend, if you're coming to Rio, to visit those sites, because also some residents do as well, believe it or not. But that gives you a better comprehension of the beauty of the city. Again, you have a traditional kind of building here, residential, next to a modern one with balconies. For me, the balcony will win. I think to go to a place like Rio and buy an apartment without balcony, for me anyway, for my culture, oh, look at that beautiful. It's got traditional lanterns. The one on the second floor. Beautiful. Might have a swimming pool on the top floor. I don't know. But I think balconies, having a balcony is a must. Having said that, the place I got for myself in the Lemi neighborhood, which is next to Copacabana on the other side, that one does not have a balcony. But then, you know, I don't have the money to buy one with a balcony. I already have my summer house in Bucios. You will have seen videos of that on this channel. And eventually I'll be moving there on a more permanent basis. Look at this charming place, very charming. The greens and the balcony make the difference. So I don't really want some dish out a lot of money that I don't have on something I won't be using for too much. Yeah, even from Bucios coming back here, I might come back a couple of weeks a year or something. Although, to be honest, all the quality of life in Rio, if you're, you know, financially secure, all the quality of life for me beats the crap out of any major city around the West. I would say most of them, you know. Not wanting to offend anyone, but the fact is, the climate makes a lot of difference, and beautiful settings of the city make the difference. And then I happen to love the music here, the bossa nova and all that, so I feel good here. So, and well, you come and you decide. Different tastes for different strokes for different folks, as they say. And you could say the same about other South American cities. I would say the same about Cali, Colombia, where I lived. Medellin, Colombia, that I haven't lived, but I know enough about it to know that the quality of life is very high there. What stops people is usually fear of the unknown or negative words of others. But that's why this kind of video will help you get an idea, If you've been here, you'll see it well, maybe in a different light. Or if you haven't been here, you get an idea that I'm in the street and nobody's shooting me or anything and all that. I'm walking around with my camera, filming. Okay, we're gonna see another street now. Okay, they all look at this charming place. This is all little apartments here. Very nice. No balconies, unfortunately, but again, very nice. And here we are, Rua Nascimento Silva, which is a very beautiful name. And yes, Maria Quiteira. This street, it's this street you should have in mind if you're looking into Ipanema and you're financially well off. Try to start around this area, or maybe even for the one street down from here. Okay, we're walking down the Nascimento Silva again, similar street to the one before, Rua Redentor. Rua Barão de Torre, because it's close to the main street, is slightly less charming, I would say. But even so, great place to live, even Barão de Torre. I used to have a friend who she used to live there for a couple of years. She spent some time here. And here, look at that. Beautiful. The old and new in harmony, which is the way it should be. We need balance in life. People lose balance, whether it's architectural or emotional or even spiritual, there are problems. Hey, look at that. There's this apartment for sale there. You should know that not all of them put signs up, okay? A lot of it will be for sale through real estate agents. But if you see the sign, and if you're in the street, you might want to see if there's a porter there and, see if they know anything. They can give you a number of the owner so that you can maybe deal with them directly. I've been lucky. I've known good real estate agents here, and the bad ones I've known, they weren't really like con men or anything like that. They just didn't, work the way they should have, professionally speaking. So I haven't really had a bad experience. But the good ones are very professional. They listen to you. I know one gentleman like that here. Well, actually, I know about two, and by extension 3, because one of them works with another guy. They will listen to you and get a profile of what you're looking for and so on. So they don't, you want a 3-bedroom apartment, they're not going to take you and show you, I don't know, a stable for sale in some farm, to exaggerate a little bit. You got beautiful trees. During Christmas time or even Easter, in the evenings here, it's really charming. You see families out with the kids, and they got sweets and cakes, and they're going to visit somebody. Very, very nice. As much as this is a modern city and very hedonistic and sexually very liberal, they keep the family side as well strong, which is again it's the balance I'm speaking about. Live the way you want to live as long as you don't harm anyone, but also be aware of traditions because there's a good reason. Okay, we're in Joana Angelica, and I'm gonna go one more street up. So you get there are various streets going parallel. There we are. If you look this way, that takes you all the way to Visconde de Piraja, and then further down to the beach, okay? Look at that. I guess one of the few houses. You're not likely to find houses here to live in, but the few you find, there might be one or two residential ones, but mostly they turn them into clinics or schools or I don't know, hospital for pussycats or something like that. I don't know. So they turn them into business because I think the cost of maintenance in this area for Brazilians is quite high. Okay, for a property that's big, although compared to, as far as I know, compared to Europe and the US, the property taxes are not that high here. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for an apartment, look for condominio, valor de condominio. I'm talking about people on the internet, yeah? And wait. Yeah, let me show you the street line. Rua Barão de Jaguaribe. And we're going again. Modern apartments. Yeah, look for valor de condominio, which is a monthly service charge or residence association tax or price. And for IPTU, which is the property tax. Sometimes they put it yearly one price. Sometimes they put a monthly price. Look at that. Beautiful. These are all new ones, relatively new ones. Up here as well. Beautiful. If I were to live here, I would live in one of the streets here. And then I just walk a few minutes down and I'm close to the trade. In some cases, there are restaurants and so on nearby. So, that's me. But nowadays, to be honest with you, in a climate like this, not even a balcony is good enough for me. I want a house with a garden, maybe swimming pool, or maybe access to swimming pool. And I have that in Búzios, but not here. Here, I mean, you can have it inside Rio de Janeiro. Lots of houses, good prices, but very far away from this area. Oh, yeah. I have no idea what that was, but it looks like a that's eating something, so can't be a bad place. So yeah, further, let's say you go to Copacabana, the prices drop. From Copacabana, you can go to Botafogo, the next area, the prices drop. You can go to your right when you're going out of Copacabana, and you go to the Urca area, which is basically mostly houses. That's a great place, but not cheap. But you go towards Flamengo area, and then eventually you go to the northern area or Centro. You can find houses, swimming pools, and all that, but you don't get what this area of town offers you. Yeah, it all depends on you, what you want, okay? I think it's not just having things for you, for your use, your swimming pool and so on, but also the actual setting of where you are, yeah? I mean, you can go to a war-torn country and buy all of that maybe as well, for maybe $50,000 or something. But you can buy something, good things here outside of Rio for, probably, yeah, about 50,000, 60, 70,000. Depends what you're looking for, but you want the best of this big city. This is the place to be, in my humble opinion. But Leblon is good too, Copacabana is good too. All right, but this is just for me the pinnacle of living in Rio and just having a good feel. You wake up every morning and this place gives you a good feel. Okay, we're in the Vinicius de Moraes. In the previous video we passed it by. This is named after the musician, one of the musicians that came up with the track, "The Girl from Ipanema." Fantastic track. That's, I think, the second most popular track in the history of music, if not the first. And look at that, they're selling an apartment there as well. I'm almost sure they won't have an elevator, so, or lift if you're from the UK. So again, now we're heading, actually what I'm gonna do to you, just give you a little taster, okay? Because this is nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet of Ipanema. All right. It's summer and nice here. I'm gonna run to make sure I don't get hit by a car. That would be a really popular video, wouldn't it? And I'm gonna give you a taster. 32 degrees centigrade. So we're gonna walk up Vinicius de Moraes. Obviously these connecting roads are a bit more noisy and busy for obvious reasons, but they're charming. A lot of green, beautiful trees. The sidewalk is nice and wide. Right man there. If you, I would say, my recommendation, if you're a quiet kind of person, you don't care much for nightlife, you just want your own property, your own swimming pool to relax and enjoy yourself in life, and once in a while maybe hit the big city to watch some special concert or something, not to be too far away from Rio. I suggest the surrounding cities would be perfect, because you can get for like dirt cheap a nice house with your swimming pool, or access to a swimming pool in a gated community, and you can live your life like that. And if you have good reserves, once in a while, you take you hire a car, or maybe take a bus, no problem, and come to Rio for some special event or something like that on the outskirts. Okay. And I'm talking about places like Buzios, which is quite far from here. It takes you about 2.5 hours in car. But there are places like in 1 hour, maybe less, depending on your taste. Areas in the mountains, and area by the sea, lake, everything within the state of Rio de Janeiro and around the city of Rio de Janeiro. So that depends on you. If you're younger, you want a different lifestyle, maybe Rio will be better, Ipanema will be good. But again, depends. If you want a big house, I would suggest maybe Urca area neighborhood, which by car from here is about maybe 20 minutes, or the San Conrado, especially the Barra de Tijuca area, which actually you can take a train from here. It gets there about in 10 minutes. Train, I mean subway. It's the last station. And there you can have houses, apartment complexes with swimming pools, tennis courts, and so on. Different kind of lifestyle, okay? More akin to the American lifestyle. It's always good to have a car when you're living in Barra de Tijuca. Although some gated communities will have their own bus services that included in the service charge. They can take you to the city, whatever, until a certain time, of course, yeah. Here we are. They sell carpets here, Isfahan. The name is authentic. I guess the carpets might be too. It's been here for many, many years. Look, this is the other side of Ipanema. So this is just a taster for you. And just trying to see. Yes. So if you go straight down this road where we came from, you eventually hit the beach, okay? One of the best beaches on the planet in an urban setting. And when you go straight up here, you end up, well, I guess I'm gonna walk you like this. This is the Lagoa area of Rio, the lake, a lake inside the city. And there are more of them, but this is the most famous one. And look at that. Look at the apartments here. Expensive. With this view, you can count on them being expensive. The problem would be, well, the traffic. Yeah? You might have a great view, but the traffic. Obviously, the bedrooms are towards the back of the buildings, but even so, if you're in the sitting and eating something in your living room, you don't want to hear too much traffic. Look at that. This is just a taster because I'm going to cover this on another video. Traffic has stopped. Look at that. All within a neighborhood, okay? So when they tell you in another part of the world, ah, look, your apartment is near a park, or you can see 2 trees from your apartment, that's why you have to pay, you know, $500,000. But look at this. This is the lake. Rodrigo Freitas. It's called the lake. Beautiful. People come here in the evenings for walks, bicycle riding. Special bicycle lane here. Takes you all around the lagoa. That's the famous statue of Jesus, but sideways. So the arms are spread towards your right, the Guanabara Bay. You see that better from the Urca area. And this is this is one of my favorite areas of Rio. Beautiful. In the evening here, there are some restaurants around this place, some clubs. Beautiful. But we are on the Ipanema side, all right? So the neighborhoods change. Over there is the Gavia neighborhood. A part of Leblon is also by the lake. And on the other side, Jardim Botanico, another neighborhood. So there are different neighborhoods, but the Ipanema side, again, for me, believe me, gift from God. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with this great view, and I will see you on the next video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I'm trying to get better at this, all right?